team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here's Smith. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Rodgers brings it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw, Smith. He's got Thompson here, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Smith. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And he'll go down at the 28.
Let's go. Let's go. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Redskins.
Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Smith. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. From the red zone now, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come on.
Now Smith to throw again. Completes it to Davis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. He's got it complete to Thompson. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
Now Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On first down, it's Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Baldwin, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They come out here in the eye. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Smith, and finding Davis here, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 28. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. They'll run on first down. Thompson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Vernon Davis. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And this is caught by Curse. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Washington now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Staying on the ground with Washington, and he gets it down to the 32. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So out comes the field goal team once more. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Come on now, let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now it's Smith. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Complete. Richardson has it. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Smith connects here with the tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Smith now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, 280. 51, 951.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.